Hi there. Thank you for joining me for the first of a series of self-massage techniques. I'm Vita King Blanchard from Rooted Arts. I'm a mindfulness massage and Reiki teacher. And I hope that this will help you to relieve any headaches or face or neck tension that you feel. So one of the things that I talked about in the first video in the Massage for Everyone series is setting the scene for yourself, or setting the scene, right? When we're working on other people, we want to set the scene. And we also want to do that for ourselves. So make sure that, you are smelling something nice, hearing something nice, and that your surroundings feel nice to you. You can use these techniques anywhere, but taking that time when you're at home and you have the time to set up for yourself will really support you in just having a relaxing experience. So we're going to do this. I'm going to demonstrate these techniques without any oil, which means that often when we think of massage, we think of gliding. And in this circumstance, you're just going to want to use direct pressure. And if you look at my fingers, I have no nails. I've cut them off, which is going to help me give direct pressure. If you have nails, then you're just going to want to be careful and be cautious about how you're touching so that you don't end up hurting yourself. So go ahead and get comfortable. You can do these techniques seated, standing, or laying down. Just want to make sure that you can see me because that'll hopefully help you. It's the point of being on video, right? So one of the things that we do normally when we're stressed out is run our hands through our hair or put our hand right here, right? And actually, that is a great body cue for us to give our heads a little bit of relaxation attention. It's also a great place to just start working on ourselves. So what I'm doing right now is following that gesture and creating some pressure against my head. I'm keeping it gentle, right? In our society, we often talk about, work hard, and we have a lot of adages about doing things harder. But in massage, especially because we're looking for relaxation, we really want to be gentle and to stay in that realm of just being comfortable. So this is a hair pull technique. Our fascia is connective tissue that covers every individual muscle fiber, larger muscle, organs, covers everything in the body on multiple layers. And just gently pulling your hair releases the fascia in your scalp. And when you release the fascia in your scalp, you release all of the fascia that it connects to. You can see it's having an effect on my face as well. And on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm using a pressure that is probably about a 2 or 3. So it's really light, very comfortable. And I'm just gently pulling. And you want to pull slowly to create the tension and also to release slowly. Otherwise, you kind of like a rubber band snapping back into place, you will feel like an abrupt jolt. And we want to avoid that because we're trying to relax, not to surprise ourselves. Let's just do that a few more times, gently grabbing, pulling on the hair, slowly letting go and releasing. And you can really move where the placement is so that you're on the top of your head, on the back of your head, on the sides of your scalp. Just pulling and releasing. So that's a really great feeling, and you can keep going forward with that. And I'm just, with any of these techniques, I would encourage you to use them as much as they feel good. And in the interest of time, of our time, I'm going to move on to the next one. That doesn't mean that I would, revisit and use the techniques as much as you want. So the next place where we get that really great fascial release is going to be on our eyebrows. We get a lot of eye tension, especially from staring at screens. So I've just put my thumbs below my eyebrows and my fingers, my pointer fingers on top. And I'm just gently pulling on my eyebrows. And it, makes my eyes expand so you can see how it's touching all of the fascia that surrounds the eye muscles and the rest of the face. Kind of see how my cheeks smooth out when I pull. And just following my eyebrows, just like I was pulling my hair, staying in that gentle range around a 2, and pulling just gently. And I'm allowing my fingers to glide on the skin, but I'm not forcing a glide because, again, I'm not adding oils to my face. I try to avoid that in my general practice just because we have so many oils on our face, and if we add too many, we can cause a breakout, right? So this is just holding the pressure, and if I glide a little bit, I'm allowing it, but I'm not trying to force it. And again, you want to grab slowly and release slowly. Now, another really great fascial point is our ears, right? We have so many muscles that connect around our ears. Our neck muscles come up from the front and attach on our mastoid process, which is this bump behind the ear. And our posterior, the muscles in the back of our neck, also come up and attach all along the base of the skull and in this area here. So it's a real hot spot for connections. So to pull on our ears, we'll release, again, the fascia, that connective tissue, and the muscles underneath it. It's another really great trick. So I am putting my thumb inside and my pointer finger behind, and I'm just gonna lift up. And I'm lifting toward the ceiling. And I'm going to do that, again, really gently, staying comfortable and nice and easy, lifting toward the ceiling. Nice and slow pull up. And then nice and slowly and gently release. You can do that again. You just want to feel, both in your fingers and in your body, like where that point of release is for you and that point of balance, just looking to rebalance our muscles. Most discomfort comes from being slightly out of balance. So the more we can move back into balance, the more comfortable we can feel. Now I'm going to do the same type of thing, except this time I'm going to pull towards the back of me, behind me. I'm going to put my thumb again against this inner cartilage and my pointer finger behind my ear. And very gently again, I'm just pulling straight back. And just a slow pull back and hold. And a slow, gentle release. You can do that a couple times as well. It's nice demonstrating this because I get to give myself a massage too. All right. And then we can also pull down on our ears, right? So for this one, I actually put my pointer finger inside along the base of the cartilage. We don't want to stick our fingers all the way in our ears in the hole because we could go too far and do damage, just like with a Q-tip. But you can hold down and put your thumb behind the ear. And again, nice and gently pull down toward the floor. And just hold and feel for that place of balance, that place of release. And then gently and slowly let go and go in again to pull down toward the floor. And one more time, just gently pull down toward the floor and slowly release. Good, good. You're doing great. So one of the places, right, that I just spoke about gathering tension, our eyes, we use them all the time. And we use them when we're looking at screens especially, and we can create strain there, and all the muscles and connective tissue in there can actually hold tension. So we're going to just support our ongoing massage techniques with an eye stretch. So first we're going to look up and then down and then left and then right. And we're going to hold them each for 3 breaths. So go ahead, and you must stay in that feeling of gentleness, Don't push too hard because you could cause dizziness or aggravate something. You want to just stay in that range of comfort. So go ahead and look up toward the ceiling and take 3 nice, deep, slow breaths in. Just looking up, staying in that nice range of comfort. And then slowly return to just a neutral gaze. Give yourself that break in between the stretches. And then we're going to look down like you're looking at your cheekbones. And take 3 nice, deep, slow breaths in and out. And one of these positions might feel more intense than another, and that's normal. So go ahead and return your gaze to a neutral position, nice and slowly. Just like we were doing the fascial pulls, you want to go slow in and slow out, so you can really get a sense of where that point of comfort is. And now we're going to look all the way left, nice and slow. 3 deep breaths in and out. And slowly, gently return to center, to that nice neutral position. And then to the right. Slowly and gently, looking as far right as feels comfortable. Take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. And then slowly and gently return your gaze to neutral. Good. Good. And having that break in between is good to just allow the body to integrate that relaxation and to find its new point of balance, right? Then we're going to go back to using our hands. We've released all of these muscles in here and given them some relaxation. So now we're going to follow our cheekbones right to where our jaw, our lower jaw meets our upper jaw. It's over here. I know I've got a little bit of tension there, which kind of feels like a thicker spot or a spot with less space. So I'm going to sink. I'm using 2 fingers. You can use 1. You're going to sink your fingers into that space, staying in that gentle range of comfort. So you're in that 2 range. And just hold, take some nice deep breaths. And my fingers are moving a little bit as the muscles are releasing. And if that happens, you can just do a gentle circle and then drop them back into that space. Then you can move back a little bit towards your ear. And now I'm going to do a little bit of friction. So friction is just a slight up and down motion with those two fingers. Just encouraging the jaw to release in that same gentle way. Up and down. And following it back to the ear. So up and down, and then just a little bit further back. Up and down. A little bit further back. And I can actually feel the release inside of my ear too, right? So it's another way that works with all of those muscles in this area, because we have so many muscles in our face and we use them all the time. Good, you guys are doing really great. Yeah, and you can hang out in any of these spots for as long as you like, as long as it feels good. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my thumbs and kind of hook them in gently under my occiput, which is the base of the skull here. So I'm just going to join them under there together. Okay, so gently just put your thumbs up in your occiput, in that occipital area. And I'm just doing a gentle spreading, just kind of allowing my thumbs to slip out, staying in that nice 2 to 3 range, being gentle and comfortable. If you want to add a little bit of hair pulling in here, you can if you feel like you need it. The muscles at the back of our neck come up and attach on our occiput, so just it can be a little strained in there. You can get a little tight and create tension in the heads. You can also just hold. So just lifting the occiput gently and holding it, just putting some gentle upward pressure. And I'm expanding it with the tops of my hands. So lifting and allowing the spreading as it feels, right? The more you do this, the more you'll feel what feels right and what feels good. All right. So those are just some basic techniques to relieve headaches and get your head feeling really good, and it also will help your neck feel a little looser. Thank you so much for joining me for this video on self-massage. I'm going to be doing these regularly, and you can also check out my Massage for Everyone series and the meditations I have on this channel. Please like and subscribe for upcoming notifications. And if you haven't checked out my Facebook page, check that out too. I've got a group there for weekly meditations. Thanks so much. I love you. I love me. I love us. I'll see you soon.